Hi everyone, today we're going to be looking at mutable data types. We're going to be looking at 3 of them today. So let's quickly start with the first one. The first one is called a list. So let x, the variable, contain the list with these elements. So the way we start a list is between two square brackets. We can have elements 1, 2, and let's put a string here, and let's have a float at the end. So x will contain the list of these elements. From our immutable data type video, we can notice that this list is sort of similar to the one that we created called a tuple or tuple, but this starts and ends with a square bracket instead. Let's quickly see the type of x. So the type of x is list. And let's see some operations that can be done on x or a list. We can append an item at the end of the list. And the way we do this is x dot append, and inside these curly brackets, or rounded brackets, sorry, we can add an element, let's say 9. So now this line adds 9 to the end of the list, and if we print out x, or just do x here, we can see that there's 9 at the end of the list here. We can also do pop, x dot pop, and let y equal that. So this pop operation, what it does is it removes an item at the end of the list, and it does something called a return, and that pretty much means that it stores this inside y. So if we press enter and try to print out x, we could see that 9 is no longer an element of the list, and we can see that y contains the element 9. Another important operation I can say is len x, and this outputs the length of the element, or sorry, list, which is 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then 4 elements in this list now. The next data type that we're going to be looking at is called a set. The way we initialize a set is as follows. So let's say x equals, so we initialize it with curly brackets, and we have the elements inside of it, 1, 2, 3, and so let's print out the type of x, and we should see here that it's a set. So a set doesn't have any type of order, and you can see here in a list there's definitely an order. So what do I mean by that? So let's say if we do the same pop operation in a set, or a better way is if we try to access this x with an indices, let's say x equal to 0, it should output set object is not subscriptable, which pretty much means that there isn't any type of order in a set. And coming from a math background, that should make sense, because as we continue on, we can see that we can do some of the operations in math as well. So for example, we can do the union operation. Let's create another set. A equals 4, 5, 6. And let's do A dot union X. And we can see that we have the union of both A and X, which is pretty much all the elements combined. So we can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and all the elements combined 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can also do intersection. So for that, let's do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're reinitializing the variable A. And if we do intersection A, this should get the common elements between X and A. And as we can see here, X and A have both 2 and 3, which are common to both. Another operation that we could do is the difference. And the way we could do that is X minus A. So this will output all the elements that are in X, but that are not in A. So if we can do this, also it wouldn't output the elements that are common to both. So if we do this, we have here 1, and the reason why there's only 1 here is because 2 and 3 are common to both of the sets. 1 is only available inside X, and 4, 5, 6 is only available in A, and that's why we have 1 here. Now let's move on to something called a dictionary. And the way we initialize a dictionary is as follows. So if we do X equals, so a dictionary comes in pairs. The elements come in pairs, and the pairs are key and value pairs. So let's create the first pair. Let's say apples. So this is the apples is the key, and we separate the key and the value with a colon. So let's say there are 2 apples. So let's create the next element pair. Let's say lemons. We have 3 lemons. And let's say there are bananas, 4 of them. Yeah. So this key to value is a pairing, and the way we access each element is with the key value. So let's say we want to access the value of apples inside X. We can do this, and here we can see that we have 2 apples. Similarly, we could do X lemons, and we get 3. Let's see some of the operations that can be done on dictionaries. And one operation is the keys operation, which returns all the keys inside the dictionary. So as we can see here, we have apples, lemons, and bananas. And let's say we want to do a get. The get operation retrieves the value given the key. So we have get x dot get, and then inside the round brackets we can put in the key, let's say apple. So I think yeah, so this returned nothing because there is no such key apple, because it's apples here. So let's correct that one, and we will get the value of apples. So there you have it. These are the mutable data types in Python. And there's one common mistake. So between set and initializing a set and initializing a dictionary. So if we do x equals curly brackets, and let's say that we wanted to create a set, but what this initializes here is a dictionary instead. So the way to initialize an empty set is as such. So now let's print out the type of x, and now we see that the type of x is a set. So that's the video tutorial for today. Please subscribe to the channel, as I'm going to be creating more content, and the next video is going to be about the difference between immutable and mutable data types and the concept between what that is. So thank you for watching again.